and yeah, I think there were a lot of things like um, trying Orchid, the talents, getting the Heaven's Halberd, or like you were telling me like consider preemptively getting a Halberd, um, and then watching the heroes, being patient.
Mm.
Yeah. So maybe like when you say something that I feel like is a big change for me, like I've learned something quite big, I'll just let you know, and then I'll try to let you know in the game, and then if you could,
Yeah,
you
write
know,
down. Yeah.
yeah, I'll remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to just do LC again. I think it's pretty simple. Um, yeah, I don't have to get really like what do I say, like prepared to learn a new hero.
Mm-hmm. I
Mhm.
don't know. I think you're overestimating a bit. Like learning a new hero is not super crazy or difficult. It's just yeah, it's kind of different.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Mm.
I like the idea of just perfecting LC right now. Like, I want to keep things simple.
Yeah, sure. All
Yeah,
right.
because I've so much to think about outside of Dota anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
I
so
like the feeling. I like the feeling of like playing LC. Say like I get coaching from you for LC like for 8 hours or something.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna become a better LC player for sure,
Yeah.
and like I'm already pretty good on LC, so that means like I can use LC to increase my MMR. I can um, I can just like outperform my own expectations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah, just pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like
So
I like to I like to outplay other players, but like obviously when you play Dota 2, Valve will match you with similar players, and then it's harder to do that. So
yeah, I mean that's why it's extra satisfying. But yeah. Uh, I mean, did you read the document?
which one? Oh, did you link it to me?
Yeah, on Skype. I think yeah. So I
Ah,
wrote down the. I mean,
okay.
three key points of yesterday.
Divine Plus. Why is it called Divine Plus?
I kind of like I have a template and I kind of divided it in three different brackets, which is like the bottom three, then the next three or four, and then divine or
Oh,
higher. Uh, basically the key points to walk. And I mean, I delete the rest. So some people that are in between, like I leave everything. We kind of go over it. Yeah.
right.
So it's like divine and because there's a difference between divine 1 and 5 and top something, so that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I also like learning LC because like we can focus on the macro stuff a bit more
yeah.
than me going, oh, picking Quap, and then you telling me, like,
I mean, that's the thing
oh,
though. I was thinking like with Quap, we kind of approached it bad because when you learn a new hero, it's not really best to just jump into the game. A better approach is to actually like first talk about the hero, like to tell you the different builds and what the hero's supposed to do and stuff like that. Which we didn't do with Quap, so that's why like I'm trying to tell you those things, but then also have to talk about the lane, and that's how it made it kind of awkward. Um,
okay, Vigos. Do you know
Vygos,
Vigos?
Vygos. So I don't even think. I mean, I've always heard him being called Vigos.
Oh yeah,
That's the first
Vigos.
time I hear. I'm like,
Nah, because it'll be an Australian pronunciation.
yeah, I see. Uh, yeah, I mean, Probably not him if it's on Australian server, but yeah. He was the one of the most famous players in Dota 1.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, Caroline, pick your... what do you think is a good support with LC? I think a lot of heroes, like, if I can... A lot of times, I might be able to just solo the lane.
I mean, it depends on a lot of things, like what you want to get done. Like, if it's purely for how Legion works, like to enable LC, then there's like obvious stuff, you know, like Sky to bring damage, there's Silencer to global, so you can like duel in the middle of the enemy team. He pops global and stuff like that. Any kind of buffs are pretty decent, like Venge Ogre.
Okay. I actually quite like versing PL on LC because I, you know, like I can catch him and I can.
Yeah. I mean, odds
Oh
are
my god.
nice.
Invoker too. Feels like a very good LC game. So I played a game on Caroline's account this morning and I lost the game. And like her level should be easier, but I still lost the game. The enemy team had Terrorblade, DK, and TA, which are like all quite pretty, but my team was pretty bad. Like everyone, we really lacked Disable, and my team was feeding a little bit. Like, 2 heroes were feeding, and I got Orchid. I got to level 25. I got Halberd, Shadowblade, Blade Mail. I just felt like they were pushing the lanes a lot, and our heroes like were not pushing the lanes over to their side.
Wait,
so
you said TA, Terrorblade,
TB,
and DK.
And DK, and Bottom and Nyx.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, Blade Mail doesn't sound that great, especially like later on in the game against those heroes, because like TA has Refraction, DK is high armor, TB is high armor.
Yeah, but Refraction, Blade Mail gives me a second damage instance.
Yeah, sure, but for me, when I hear those 3 cores, first item I think of is Mjolnir, because that's also another damage instance. Actually, it can be like 3 damage, like 2 bonus damage instances from them, because you have the active and the lightning.
Yeah, and they all have quite high armor.
Yeah, but yeah, mostly it's about the armor, and that thing is magical damage, obviously. So yeah. Plus Silver Edge is nice against DK too. But I mean, in general, that's just doesn't sound like a great Legion game at all, because the ideal hero to be against, like, they're all very similar. Those 3, they get countered by the same thing. They're good against the same. They're good against what Legion is. You know, like a hero that just goes in, because just going in and trying to man fight those heroes is really hard. But they're all weak against like AoE magic damage that also slows and kites them. So something like a Quop with or any hero with Shivas, really.
Or the Venomancer.
Mobility hero with Shivas. Yeah, or like some slows, high magic damage, like that just wrecks them. Like Pugna, for example, that'll be a pretty easy game for Pugna. Also because they can't kill anyone that gets the grip. Zeus would have like a super easy. Okay, I mean TA is good against Zeus, but yeah.
Okay.
Ember, if you survive the laning stage.
I feel like this game, it seems quite easy because like PL and Invoker both need time to farm, and then I've got decent regen against the Underlord, so I'm not as afraid. And then maybe Caroline Ogre can help another lane.
Yeah.
If it's a solo Underlord. and then Invoker's always going to split, and PL's always going to split as well until he gets like some items.
I think Underlord has the edge against you though. I don't think, like, okay, if you get ahead, then maybe the ogre can leave you, but thinking a straight up 1v1 Underlord does quite well.
Yeah, but I mean, I think of course like Underlord is strong 1v1, but I'm gonna get the advantage.
Yeah.
With,
he actually went boots, so okay, maybe not that big of an issue. No style shield on him. So.
Huh. Actually, I clicked him and I didn't realize that. I was just seeing how Caroline was doing against him. Oh no. I didn't control the lane properly. Could have done this a lot better.
Yeah, it's not as nice view. I mean, you can fix it with a pull.
Apparently, we need a pull. You can pull the next one after you get the Karoon.
Almost got stuck. You can still deny some range creeps. I'm gonna mute this Willow. So annoying. Spamming the. So yeah, I mean, I think you can even like I'll even take a level 2 nuke here just so you can kill him because he's standing. Like he has no stout shield. I think you can run him down with the next nuke. Also, on side lanes, like bounty runes are really important, and when you're owning the lane like this, taking bounty runes should be part of it. Especially like not just taking, but not letting him get any.
Okay.
So.
Caroline, I think you can help another lane now. Maybe help top? Or mid? I've been doing the Shadow Blade first item after boots a lot now.
He has Ring Region still on stealth. I mean, Shadow Blade is especially nice this game because again, Silver Edge at some point, great against Underlord. Yeah, it's I mean, there's a couple different approaches. Personally, I prefer to push the lane because okay, he gets more XP, but that way you're closer to his bounty room, so you can actually contest it. Because right now, like going for the bounty room means missing out on a lot of creeps.
Yeah, but I get more denies this way. But
yeah, so he gets less XP, but more gold, and you get less gold. And the other way around, he does get some more XP, but less gold, and you get even more gold because you're free farming and getting bounty runes. You could say it depends on the offlaner, like how whether they value XP or gold more, but in general, because he is.
I think Underlord values XP.
Yeah, he values XP more.
Caroline, I have duel now. Yeah, we can try and kill him if we stun him. He wants. We're too far now. Caroline, try to get the bounty room. So when the cart comes, I should be trying to push.
I mean, there's no specific timing,
The
I
thing
guess.
is with Underlord, he's always going to be spamming this thing.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's low level. He just hit level 3, and he only has mana for one more. So it's not the hugest issue, but at this point, I think you wanna just, when you get the chance, like nuke, run at him, get a few hits in, and then when he's like half HP next time, you can go for the duel.
Yeah, we can kill him if you stun him and then buff me. Go, 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 go. It's too late now. Like he's gonna go walk back. You have to walk around this way. Come, 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 come. Caroline, if I'm dueling, you shouldn't stun. You gave it to the... I'm coming for Shrine. I'm coming for Shrine. And this mid guy is just giving the tower. Free mid tower. Free mid tower.
This will do nicely.
So I can't actually get my Shadow Blade.
Yeah, because Guru is that. I mean, you definitely don't want to waste DP for it.
I think I just need to go mid. So... Now,
He has a... Yeah, he had DD. I mean, that was just... Like, it is bad, but... Your reaction to it was kind of...
yeah, it wasn't the right act.
Like, you can't fix teammates' mistakes, so...
Yeah, I didn't see the double damage. Caroline, can you buff me? I'm gonna try and kill top.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh it's too tank.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I know. So I've been like, it's kind of like I've made 2 mistakes. I've come top now and I haven't got anything done. I've revealed my shadow blade.
So I mean, you just want to be like realistic with who you can kill and who you cannot. Like the PL, he needs to be low, and you need someone with you, like Omni, preferably.
Can you heal me? Can you heal me? Just heal me. Oh, on the creep. On the creep.
Your bottom tower is
Ah.
So do you think this is the right play?
I mean, here just applying some pressure. I would. It's okay. Like, I think you're tanking tower a lot unnecessarily. Okay, now you just need to back. Invoker TP, which means you can run mid and try to pressure that tower.
Get the tower. Get the tower. Treads on storm.
tower is under attack.
I mean, if you do get this tower, it's a pretty good trade, and you're also getting bottom.
Yeah, I think it's very
So
good
what
trade
you want to
bait.
do next is, I would say, go into these woods. I don't know if you see, do you see the ping?
Yeah, I see the ping.
Because obviously they're gonna go back to defend mid and bottom, and after that, like, it's quite likely someone's gonna move into the woods, so you could wait for them on the high ground.
Your top tower is under attack.
Oh, there you go. I'm not sure why you bought the stuff in base though, because you know all of it can be from sideshop.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Well, you're not. You do a cooldown, but you did show yourself. So right now, probably a good idea to go top because you have a ward there. Alright, nice.
Okay, but I can't solo kill the PL until I get the blade mail.
Okay, but you still want to push this lane and force someone to go there. Otherwise, you get tower. If PL is already there, then that's whatever. They might live here.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
It's just
So do you think that's worth it?
no. It's another case of like it's combination of those, like, to the points I wrote down yesterday. Like, first, assuming enemies are bad, that like no one's gonna punish that move, or that, you know, if they do, they won't think to buy detection. And
Well, yeah.
and the second
Okay,
is
true.
the second is being impatient and like not valuing, like, trading your life for a tier 1. It's not worth it
Caroline,
because
buff me.
Like you're not a support, and what you're losing is a lot of pressure as well. Because every time you die, like they feel safe. So this is a nice read, nice pickoff, but
Not even a contest.
I was hoping to find PL actually.
it's still like they
Okay,
might have just as well been, you know, together because they know about your shadow blade. They could have been pushing bottom together. So it's like you kind of made up for the mistake with nice play, but the nice play is still, it's like it's an outplay, you know, like you're relying on outplay, on the enemy messing up, because there's no reason for him to farm the woods alone there, right? You didn't, because you see when you push a lane and you force someone to defend the tower, and then you pick them off, like that's reliable because Kerson Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's reliable because you were the one, like you made them go there. There's a reason for them to be there.
Yeah,
Whereas just
but if I push a lane and they see me push a lane, don't they know? Like they already know I'm going there.
no, it's not like, oh, you push the lane. That's not. It's more than that. Obviously, that's what we're talking about. Like you push a lane, then you go to a different lane, and your team is pushing different lanes and stuff like that. The point is just running into the woods and finding someone is like, yeah, it works sometimes, but it's not really reliable.
Oh my god, you can get the blade mail off.
Hey!
Nah, that was
I didn't
unfortunate.
I didn't see Pudge there at all.
Yeah, he wasn't showing. He was just sitting behind him.
Hmm. No, okay, so back on the point, like, if I push a lane, don't they know I'm in that lane?
Yeah, but it's not about you push a lane, then they go there and you kill them. Like that's obviously not how it works. But it's more like you push a lane, you make one or two heroes go there, then you push a different lane, you're in the woods. Like the example what happened earlier, right? You took these two towers, and I told
Yeah.
you to run here, and that someone is gonna come, and like 20 seconds later, Shaman runs there, you get a free kill. Like see, that's, and it makes sense for him to run there because he just went back to defend. So where is he gonna go next? Like,
Okay.
so that one, it makes sense for him to be there because he's trying to reclaim the area. He's trying to like ward up and push out the lanes. Whereas
Yeah.
all the lanes being at the river and you finding Invoker here, like there's no particular reason for Invoker to be there alone.
Yeah, okay, there's no particular reason for Invoker to be there. It's just that people like, in my tier, still like to farm jungle.
Yeah, because he might have just as well been, you know, if you're a bit smarter, he's like, okay, Legion just spawned, he wants to get a pick off with Shadow Blade. I'm gonna 5-man with my team for the bottom tower. And then what do you do?
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of going Boots of Travel so I can keep picking off the swift pushing Invoker.
Yeah, that seems okay. And then you probably won't be KB after that.
Okay. Give
Yeah,
us smoke.
this is another pretty good game for Mjolnir at some point later on. Obviously because the PL, but it's also kind of nice against Lord since he doesn't reduce that.
Okay. Carl, you shouldn't buff the creeps. It's not much I guess it's okay to push. This one
It's
kind of.
wave push right there. Unless enemies come.
So, Caroline, can you buy what? We don't see anyone, and our lanes are not pushed. Like, it's
Yeah, but
horrible.
you're wasting time right now. Just walk to a lane. You don't have to TP out from base. Like, it's a really common mistake. But it's even better if you save the TP. So waiting 20 seconds then TPing when you could have just walked there in those 20 seconds. That's like next level mistake, basically.
Yeah, it was more to save the mana. Or Oh my god.
That was close. Save the mana for what?
Save, like, if I TP from Fountain and I use the Shadow Blade, I'll save mana. That's kind of like how I was thinking, but yeah,
See, again, it's like
it's
you're
not worth it.
prioritizing 75 mana over like having the correct position on the map or having a TP available or not. Like,
Yeah.
the value of those things is like not even close to being comparable. So
Storm's items are so bad. I can't even get BKB now. Because, like, I don't know, I want to catch Invoker and he's going to get Pink.
yeah, that's another issue. Or maybe it's a game for 4-staff. I guess the cheapest link.
Yeah,
is
I know,
Broken.
I thought 4-star straight away.
Because you do need a BKB
Get out of-
quickly. Yeah.
But 4-star helps me get out of situations as well. Get out of the Invoker combo.
At least the Omni and Radiance, which helps against the PL, so you don't have to worry that much about the PL.
Storm, can you get some items so you can split push? And not jungle all the time? They're always missing and we don't never see them. Caroline, we need you can give me the wards to better wards.
But it's because the lanes were pushed, so now you could just be running into 5. But it's
Yeah,
much better to
yeah.
run bottom and have your BOT ready. Or try to catch this guy.
But repel. Oh fuck, you know. I was impatient, but like my team should have all come top.
Well, why though? Like, the
Because
Willow...
it was-
But Willow got picked off, so it's 4v5. And you already know that they're there. So what's the point of running into them?
Well, I thought their heroes were split.
But, okay, why were they split? Because they were split when...
DL was bottom, Invoker was like around.
Invoker was
his
here.
area. Yeah.
So, okay, so first, Storm jumps to Shaman here. He gets hooked out. So, if Pudge and Shaman are here, that means this Invoker is probably alone mid, because PL is bottom. That's why it was
Yeah.
good to go on the Invoker. Then when you ran in like
But
this, it was okay attempt with Repel. You didn't get the Repel, okay, too bad. Then you back off. It makes absolutely no sense, because the Willow was already dead, so this will be a 4v5. Like, Invoker had all the time in the world to, you know, walk 2 steps from mid to top, and PO obviously has a TP, that's why he's splitting bottom. So, or like, you have no information that he used this TP anywhere. That's why I was saying it's good for you to go bottom, because you have travels, which means like that's the ideal situation. Your team is hanging around mid aggressively, you push out bottom, and then you travel to them afterwards. Because then you force enemies to split up, like someone might TP from top to bottom, and then you can actually group up for a top tower.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh my god.
They had sentry prepared.
There's sentries here.
Yeah, I was kind of
Yeah.
just. I mean, I don't know if could have had it for ward, but probably just placed it because the PL saw you going in that direction. So.
Your top tower is under attack.
Okay. Can you make some notes on this game? Because I feel like there's so much for me to learn in this game.
I mean,
I've made so many mistakes.
it's not really too different from last time. I mean, it's a different situation, but I guess. Okay, I guess there's one new thing. Sure, I'll write it down.
Need the storm to initiate with.
That's
Oh,
such a
no.
huge nuke if you can get it. DMP.
I got nothing out.
Middle tower is under attack. It's under attack.
Oh, I'm not gonna even get my eye.
Tower is under attack.
He actually abandoned. Wow, that guy must be very, very angry.
Heal! Where's the heal? Man, oh my god. He chose to repel me instead of killing me. Yeah, like, I'm a bit upset about my teammates. I had a good start in the lane, and then I feel like I made that big mistake in mid where I TP'd and got through by the Invoker. And it's like, because Korea died, I didn't have Shadow Blade. But instead, like, I could have dueled this Invoker instead of just dying to him in mid. That was like a bit of a turning. It's like he got fat and I got like worse.
Because you asked me what you should do with the core situation, and I mentioned to you it's not really worth it to TP back for it, which means you wanna just. I mean, you have really two options, which are like either wait till the query respawns, so you save your TP and keep farming, or you TP back for it to pick it up, or you walk back and then you TP somewhere with the Shadow Blade. One of those two, but like they're both. You might as well TP back and then walk to a lane because then the TP cooldown goes on earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, then what you did was actually neither of those, and it was just TPing mid with brown boots, the DD Invoker, and yeah. And like yeah, Invoker's having a good start, you're having a good start. Like two cores on each side are Karan starting to snowball, then if one of them dies to the other, obviously like that's
it's
a
a
really,
huge,
really big swing.
huge. Yeah.
Because imagine that, you know, instead you get your Shadow Blade and you kill him with a duel, like you will snowball way harder, and like that's your treads suddenly. He gets slowed down. Ags delayed.
I mean, even top when I went for the PL, like I thought I didn't think I could kill him, to be honest, but I didn't think it would be that big of a difference. Like I thought maybe if like Omni got got the heal off, and then after duel ends, Ogre gets a stun off, and then maybe we can go. But
yeah, but
it was
he was already running away, and it's not. I mean, that's the next part. Like when you, but like that kind of stuff is not so much about. It's not like you don't know these things. It's not just about you. Obviously, it's about like everyone has that. It's not about not knowing. It's more when you feel a bit pressured, like something goes wrong. You kind of start forcing things. You're like, okay, this
it's
has
like how
to work.
we were losing mid so hard, losing the mid tower so fast, and then I felt pressured to go defend it.
Yeah. So. No, that's okay. That's still slightly different, I would say. But the PL thing is more like if you didn't feel pressured, like you wouldn't go for that PL kill because you know you can't get it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Whereas the mid thing, I wrote that down on the document. That was basically just like an ally makes some mistake, does something bad, and you try to somehow fix it, like a supposed outplay or something, and that's something that's like really bad because it's how to say, like,
yeah, you don't want to make it worse.
yeah, I mean,
It's
you
like
end up making it worse.
Yeah, when a teammate makes a bad initiation and then you follow up, and you want to fight anyway.
Yeah, or it's like,
No, Caroline, we played with him twice yesterday. We won both games. Like, it's okay. Well, you tell him.
I mean, everyone
she's
has it
telling-
sometimes. Like, okay, for me, an example is like, let's say, it's more like,
I don't think we need to talk about this specifically. I just think, like, this game in general, I felt, okay, I made the mistake in mid, and then I felt like I was running around, like, not getting enough stuff done. And I think the thing was, like, when I feel like I'm pressured to catch the cores. Like, I feel like if I just catch the Shadow Shaman, like, where I made a, like, really good move top, pressuring top, everyone TP'd, I got out, we got mid and bottom tower, then got a kill on Shadow Shaman when he TP'd in. But, like, that's all really good, but, like, I feel pressured to catch the PL and catch the Invoker.
okay, that's your goal, of course, and you need Blade Mail for that. But I mean, the timings for that were already a bit off, right? Because of the first two attempts were failed because, I mean, the first one you didn't even have the Shadow Bait, then when you did, it also didn't result in a kill, so, and those are pretty big timings. It's for like a bunch of heroes like that, you know, like let's say Bad Rider who farms his Blink, the first Blink lasso, like that really should be a kill. Or like it's such a big, you know, power spike that, like, even if somehow it's not a kill, like it should be something really good. Otherwise, like let's say, okay, it's not a kill because they brought 5 heroes, but then you took a tower because of that, you know, or like the first chrono of a Safe Lane Void, you know, those kind of things, they should get you a lot. And when they don't work out, again, there's like two different reasons why they don't work out. Like, if they don't work out because the enemy just respawns so heavily, like, that's still good because the amount of response necessary to kind of block the move means you're getting something else, like, positive elsewhere. But if the reason it doesn't
not necessarily work, not if my team's bad.
Most of the time, it will mean that, because the only times where it's actually really bad, like, let's take the Void example, is when you just do a solo chrono where there's no follow-up, then there is no response necessary to make it not work, and then it's just your mistake. But, like, let's say you go mid, you chrono the mid, there is follow-up, you kill the mid, but then you die with, like, 2 heroes because they brought their whole team. Like, that's still not really that bad because, okay, they brought their whole team, so...
Okay. Yeah, so someone else is getting, like, a split push going on the other side, but, like, the worst would be if the person that's supposed to be, that didn't come to the fight at mid is jungling.
I mean, it will be bad, but, you know, at least, okay, it's still some positive, you know, like...
Okay. Well, isn't that the same as, like, me going for one of the okay, remember at top, and I got a kill, and then I died. Oh no, I got the tower. All right, yeah, I got the tower, and then I died. Yeah, and
But the
then
thing
you were
is,
saying,
the tower is there anyway. Like it's not. You can't have that mindset. Like, see, that mindset worked a bit more yesterday because both games you weren't really position one. Like you weren't really even position two either. If you look at those two games yesterday, let's see. In the first one, your other cores were uh, Zeus and PA,
yeah,
and then the other game they were Tinker and Wraith King. Yeah, exactly. So if anything, like those two games, you were kind of like an off laner on the safe lane.
yeah,
But in this game, your offlane was an Omni. Mid is a Storm. Like neither of them is. I mean, Storm okay. Let's say Storm can be similar to Zeus or Tinker, but Omni is not a PA or a Wraith King, so you need to play more like a carry. That means trading your life for just about anything is not really worth it.
okay, okay, yeah,
And you basically need to get that out of your mindset in those games. Like, oh, I'm gonna die, but it's okay because we got this. Like, no, it's not okay because, especially if you feel like your team is not playing well, then even more so because if you're dead, there's just no pressure, so they will get farmed, and that's really simple.
okay,
And the thing with tower is like, if you get that tower, let's say right then when you died for it, I don't know what minute that was, or if
yeah.
you get
Like
it
I
one
know,
minute
it's like
later.
yeah. If you get it 1 minute later, there's not that much difference.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Oh, it's the same stack from last game. Looks like. I think Singularity
Yeah.
was the PL.
It's not the exact same stack. It's the same like
Okay, same 3 stack.
PL,
Yeah.
PL Invoker.
Mhm.
That's yeah. And then our Dark Willow went on the other side. Okay, so there's a Ursa. I think Halberd's pretty good this game then.
Yeah, looks like it.
Because I think SF will go Lincoln's pretty early. I don't know, I just feel like every time I play LC against SFs and Invokers, they're generally, like good ones, they would generally try to get it Lincoln's pretty early.
Yeah, of course. Why not? And you do want BKB someone early against Ricky.
Four Staff could work too. I think Four Staff's pretty good against Ursa and Ricky.
Yeah, that's your option. I mean,
As a
then,
Lincoln's breaker.
then you don't need the Hubbard that early necessarily.
Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Mm,
So at least you shouldn't be lacking too much in damage, even if you.
So if you were to summarize the last game, like, do you think there's any like theme to my mistakes?
Yeah. I mean, like I mentioned, I don't think it's too different from last time. I think you're just creating pressure for yourself and making the game harder that way, and not just not being patient enough. Like trying to force plays where there's no reason to.
I'm serious, if you get an S4, I don't think we can be friends, bro.
I think I gotta mute these guys.
Yeah, I gotta mute as well. So because even yesterday kind of had that, but not as much. Basically, where you're like trying to force things like a bit too much. And it was more okay due to lineup wise. In this game, because you felt like you were behind, it was even more the case.
Is assured.
Can I mute them?
This one is in the bag.
And the game was hard, so like the game would have been kind of hard regardless. Not super hard, but it's hard to say. But yeah, basically when like those like 2-3 mistakes early on, like they can make even a game where you're ahead can suddenly become hard from those. And if you weren't
Yeah.
ahead, like it's just
Yeah, like I got like everything in the lane. I got a good timing Shadow Blade, got delayed by the courier, then I screwed up, died, and then I ran around, like, used the Shadow Blade, tried to kill PL, didn't work out. Everything kind of went badly from there.
it is a bit of a mental thing as well. Like let's say this query thing is a pretty good example, because when you feel pressure, like I mean you were looking at mid and like the storm, what the storm is doing and stuff like that, because you feel pressured, like the query thing ended up affecting you more. And you're like, oh, I don't have the query, like how do I deal with this, and is this gonna screw me over or whatever. Whereas if you play more calm, you don't think about like, oh, what would happen if the query wasn't dead. You just think, okay, the query is dead, what are my options? And if you think about it that way, there's no way you come up with, okay, I'm gonna go for a move without my 2.7k gold item that I rushed, because that just makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, yeah, I thought, like, I didn't see the DD, and then I thought the Invoker might back off, because he thought, oh, well, LC's TPing mid, like, so aggressively.
Okay, but
Kind of like psychologically.
But that's me not checking the DD is just a mistake, because you click on heroes before you engage them, or you should. And the second part is just, once again, assuming enemy will do something, but then assumption is wrong, and your assumption is based on them like not realizing something, or simply put, being bad. And that's something you really, really want to avoid. Because let's say out of the last 10 times you assumed, okay, enemy will probably do this. I think over half times it ended up being like, oh, they're actually not bad and they didn't do this move that would be stupid.
Oh, I need help. Do you have a self?
Yeah, they got it. I need it.
Yeah, Ricky's here.
Arms for the dead.
Like
Give me a tango.
one big difference with like two kind of situations where enemy is doing something that might be bad, might not be. It's like if you force them to do something, then it's much more likely, and much safer to assume that, okay, maybe they screwed up. Like again, like you push a tower and you make someone go there. In that scenario, it's much safer to assume that they're out of position or alone, or anything like that. Whereas if you're running around in the woods and you randomly run into someone, like you didn't make that happen, you didn't plan that, so why would you assume that they're alone?
There's a lot of lane pressure, so I'm thinking of getting a small item first.
No, like what?
Like, treads or phase boots.
Okay, yeah, I think that's reasonable. Still depends like what your game plan is afterwards. If you do go for a
Well,
Shadow Blade, only
Yeah.
viable targets would be, I would say,
SF,
SF and
SFA,
Earth
yeah.
Spirit, maybe.
Yeah. Nyx as well if he doesn't get Carapace.
Yeah, but see if like that's, and he has an invis, he's unlikely to be chilling on the lane. So that's what I'm saying, like reliable. Like yeah, you can't kill the Nyx if the situation arises, but it's not reliable.
Okay. I could go Blink as well. A lot of times I've gone Armlet, but this is not a good Armlet game.
No, I agree.
I think I want to go press the attack. I want to max press the attack over the passive because I think I'll find SF in the woods.
Okay. I mean, go for it.
What do you think?
Passive is, I mean, taking it now is standard, I would say. Like 2-on-2 is very standard at least build. And after that, it depends. Like obviously passive better for farming, press the attack better for solo kills.
Yeah.
So it depends really. What you can also do is when you get 6, let's see, OD has level 1 Astro only, but still, if you can tell OD, like if he somehow manages to Astro the SF, you TP and then you can try to deal with him.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the Shadow
Next
Rush is still okay. Like the lane pressure is gone. You don't need a small item, and you're gonna get it quick, and you can just go for the SF kill.
I think there's no need to have Orb of Venom after laning phase.
Yeah, I agree.
So I could just sell it.
And if you want to get the Shadow Blade faster, sure. It's basically yeah. So you only lose half the gold, right, when you sell it. So 137 gold spent on, you know, winning the lane easier, getting first blood, which is definitely worth it. Now you get a 7-minute Shadow Blade. So I think the best way to do it is you kill this wave. Courier is flying like this, you walk like this, you meet it, and then you have your TP still ready. Now you might be a little bit tight on mana, but you still have enough for dual +1 spell.
No, I got a clarity.
Stop the courier. Okay, they might have seen it if they were clicking it. Oh, you got a clarity, then that's perfect. So you want to not walk through the river because it's super likely to have wards there.
Oh, they saw me.
Yeah. That's why, like... Anyway, SF is still playing so aggressive, you might not have noticed.
Go.
Okay, then I'm working out great. Now you can pressure the tower to DD. You want to cutting blade these trees while you're hitting, so you see TPs.
Right.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What do you think of the change to mid?
Oof, it's just
Oh,
do you mean, the tower being
Yeah.
like? What about it? It just makes the like zoning mid harder.
Yeah. I think I should leave. Like I'm here to just defend the tower for now.
Yeah.
But
I was paying you to leave him the creeps, I guess.
yeah, that's pretty stupid.
I mean, it's not super stupid because he doesn't have the option to farm woods really. Okay, this is a super low chance of working out because he saw it, right?
Oh wow, this makes super. Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
one example again of the similar thing, like assuming that enemies are bad. It's not a play that you planned. It's just, oh, I see this guy, let's go for him. Like there's no
Yeah.
thought behind it.
Okay.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I mean, it's okay to try and to actually learn about it, but
Okay. Yeah. No, that's one of the best examples of me just trying to get something done when it's not the best idea. Like now, I'm thinking of going bottom because I haven't been bottom yet, and probably the person bottom isn't expecting me. But it's
okay.
Nick's.
So think about wards. You wanna pop Shadow Blade. Okay, I mean now you passed like this likely ward spot. Let's see if he backs or not.
I think the only way I can kill him is if I get everything off, like get.
No, you don't need nuke. Okay.
Like like that. I got everything off.
Yeah, I was kind of lucky. I think I would have gone just for the second spell and not try to get the Shadow hit. Seth is dead. So here, I mean, there could be Ursa with Link. Like, there's no. He doesn't have detection on this guy, but yeah, get this. So what is your plan? You want to pressure the lane?
Yeah.
Okay. You've
Is
been
this
showing
Link?
for a while. Okay, you could try. There's a Yules on the courier for us, Seth. Yeah. So let's tank the gang for you there.
Soldier's fortune.
He has a sentry.
This will do nicely.
Yeah, I was kind of greedy,
Tower
but
is under attack.
it could have been a death. Like he just drops the sentry, stuns you, SF heals you, Nick stuns you. Yeah. Okay, what is your plan now?
Finish the blade mail.
Unfortunately, Buck is farming woods, which is not ideal.
Wow.
Plant.
The slot has a.
Max orb on the OD. That's good. Why is he not amping him?
Me amp him.
I mean, that wouldn't have made a difference because they're just all there.
What do I feel like?
Middle tower is under
No, okay. So, yeah, I feel like again I can't get anything done
Because-
because I can't.
But okay, it's
what's
really
the
really
reason?
simple. Really simple. Like two types of plays, and one type tends to work out. And I'm not saying it is also in general, but also from what I'm seeing, like how you're playing. And the other type tends to not work out. And the type that works out is like active. You're forcing it. The type that doesn't work out is reactive. You're responding.
Okay, but the thing is, so if I go into the jungle, I can find someone. If I push a lane, I'm worried I'll like ES will roll on me, or there's Ursa Blink, or there's SF Yules. There's,
Okay,
like,
now
a lot
zero heroes are showing, so you don't push the lane. You wait for some information. You can farm the camp next to the lane, for example. Okay, now
okay.
you see Riki with the Midas. But you still don't see anyone else. Like, there could be someone behind them. Like, this is a risk. So it pays off, but you're still risking your life for a support kill.
Okay.
And like, this one time it paid off, but when you died,
And now
Spirit,
no one's. I should probably get out because.
nah, they're mid. Now you can pressure the tower. Nyx and Sephiroth mid. So Earth Spirit is missing, Ursa missing.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say now. Like, okay, so no one's showing. I just stay in the woods. I play patient.
Yeah, now they stop showing mid, so now they could be coming by. Now you just okay. Now you see them again. It's fine. Earth Spirit is mid. Ursa stopped. Now it's safe. Just look at the map.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, now they're missing again. What could they be doing?
I mean this.
If you had detection there, you're dead. Because okay, that was just silly because the SF, he was literally sitting at like 3 hits, so you don't need and blade mail and press the attack and the shadow blade hit, like
Yeah. I just needed to get blade mail and duel or something.
exactly. And once again, you know that they're all there.
Yeah, I also found it really odd that they knew I was there. They knew I could have gone on the SF. So how come he didn't just run it away?
But what do you mean? They were 5. Like it was. So we were talking about it before. I kept saying like I said twice. They're showing mid. They're showing mid. Oh, they're not showing mid. Where are they going? Obviously bottom because you're pushing that tower. So that you make 5 heroes go bottom, and then you try a duel. Why?
Hmm.
Your top tower is under attack.
Alright, so now I'm looking at the map. Mid tower is 200 HP.
Your top
So that looks like a good target. You can, backdoor it even in like a few seconds. You're messing up a good creep wave bottom. You see our spirit mid, no TP. You're gonna force someone to go bottom, and then that's gonna give you space to go mid. You see Ursa TP'd to the shrine. He has a blink dagger.
Okay, I missed that information.
You're with your team now. You have Chain Frost. This looks pretty
I think we're
safe.
fine. No, I think no one's gonna.
Yeah, Slaughter shouldn't be next to you. So if they do jump or something, you can counter initiate, but it's whatever.
Yeah. I think someone's gonna go top though because of the.
Okay, now it's a great time to wait here in the trees. Wait, you don't see a single hero. Like
Okay,
if they're
so I
coming,
should
if they're
go-
coming bottom, they could come like this and they'll catch you. Like
Okay,
Nick
yeah. So I
Ursa and
shouldn't
you're
go to
dead.
the.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I shouldn't go to the camp. Right, makes sense.
They could be Roshin. You could ask.
Oh.
Fuck. Okay, courier
Courier.
first. So someone's in. Is that Ricky? Yeah. He has a Dagon. Now SF is showing top. If he's pushing that close to the tier 1 aggressively, chances are he has some backup.
Someone- Yeah.
Although now he backs off, so maybe he doesn't have to roll.
I'm gonna go for this Ricky.
You still don't see anyone, so this is a risk right now.
Missed it. Okay, they're TPing bottom now.
Yeah, he has dust. If they were good players, like, you'll get punished for that. Okay, Nyx is stop. The hammer. Okay. Nyx is dying. You see the SF. See their spread.
Okay.
Now is a great time to go mid or bottom. This time our spirit does not have a TP.
Okay, they have a ward here. I think. I'm backing off. I think they're preparing. They're
Yeah,
gonna-
quite likely, because he just stops hitting creeps.
I'm thinking of TPing mid.
Why? You don't see anyone. Why would you TP mid? You should cut some trees with Quelling Blade to go a bit deeper, like, in case they're looking for you.
Yeah, I think they are. See, like no reaction top.
Okay, so wait. Like, you're getting a free tower. Why do you need to do something?
Yeah. Okay, I think now Ricky's showing, so I can. Oh,
You see now you see Ursa mid or next mid. They're making one mid. Now we can push this. Okay, Ursa mid as well. And you're still getting top tower. And you're still farming bottom. SF is top 2. See, what would happen if you TP'd mid? You would just be sitting there watching 3 heroes that you can't do anything about. Okay.
excellent.
And now you deal some damage and you back off again because. Yeah.
Go top, top.
The thing is, they'll get it anyway.
Structures are fortified.
It's, I mean, improving, but still, like they made a jump mid, that's why you could take that wave. Then they see you on the wave, they're not showing mid anymore. They're also not defending top, so what could they be doing? It's like literally one option.
Yeah. What item do you think I should go next?
I mean, I think Lincoln's Breaker, because SF has rules, you could just go Lincoln's next.
I think I can go 4-staff instead of Blink.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it kind of covers both things, right? Like it's kind of a blink and it's also Lincoln's Breaker, so.
Okay, so I shouldn't TP out now.
Yeah, you should also
Lane.
buy the 4-staff recipe so you can finish it from a side shop.
Yeah.
So, Shafin has a BKB. SF was top. He could be running mid. 3 other heroes missing. Top and mid are pushed. Top and mid are pushed to your side, so okay, there could just be 2 heroes waiting. So it's a huge risk.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Okay, it turns out they were bottom. Especially when you make a risky maneuver like that, you don't want to run in the most obvious direction afterwards.
Tower is under attack.
Like
yeah.
straight back to your base, because if they are trying to catch you, that's where they'll look for you.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's safer to like
Your top tower is
take a few steps into fog and then stay nearby. Like that's the last place. They won't expect you to stay there and then near their tower.
to the radiant.
Okay, Ursa just get Roche. Showing mid, the rest were bottom. We saw the Nyx bottom. See SF bottom. You want to push this lane aggressively. Which means drawing aggro, so it's faster. Shadowfiend's still bottom. Probably whole team behind him because he's actually hitting the tower and he's being so aggressive. Yeah, there you go. Very easy reads. So you can keep pushing here. Keep in mind Ursa might still be nearby, but we have a 4-staff and Shadow Blade, so we should be fine. And you can try to get a lot of damage in on this tower.
So I shouldn't go.
The team is already dead, so there's nothing to go for. Okay, this is a good time to stay in the trees. See what SF is gonna do. Like, you almost took the tier 2, they haven't taken tier 1 yet. Even though 4 of your teammates died, so it's really not that bad. And you being there wouldn't really change much because they didn't kill anyone. Like. Okay, now you can Shadow Blade and scout around. Maybe, like, if someone's gonna come, they're gonna come now. Maybe on the shrine. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now you can force staff TP out, but not there. Ah, you can just run. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so see how like easy it feels when you have patience, and yet you are actually getting flamed. And you know why? Because like this guy doesn't understand what you're doing, because this is actually like how to play well, and that's why he doesn't understand, because you're playing better than him. He wasn't flaming you when you're just running in to die after him, right? On mid, because that's what he will do as well, because he's not good. But when you don't feed in the fight, and when you get a pick off on SF and you almost get the tier 2 alone, like that's when he pings you, because he doesn't understand. Here, there's... I mean, you just saw them both.
Yeah.
And you saw the Ursa mid, like, how was that gonna work?
Yeah. No, I thought I could get the jump on him, but yeah, I thought it was...
But they both have a stun. If you duel Earth Spirit, Nyx stuns you. If you duel Nyx, Earth Spirit stuns you. Like, what's the... Like,
No,
what...
yes, okay, yeah.
I mean, what's the positive scenario? Like, how is it gonna work exactly?
I thought only 2 people were there and Slaughter was on his way.
Yeah, it was only 2 people. It was Earth Spirit and Nyx. I mean, because you saw them. But, so what if there are only 2, like...
I thought Slaughter was coming. So should I get BKB? Is that what you...
Yeah, that's... I mean, BKB looks pretty good, huh? Okay, but there's no way for you to win that duel, and, like... There's just realistically, like, no... Like, what's the nice outcome there? Anyway, where are you planning to run now?
Top.
Yeah, that's where you should.
I could have gotten there faster with the 4-star.
Like this was the... Here was, like, the cleanest pick-off. Like, it's the best target you could choose, and you didn't die for it. And,
Yeah.
like, think about why... Like, what you did before that to set up for it, and why it worked out. He has a Shadow Blade now on SF, so... Maybe you want to consider sentries, because they have now Shadow Blade and the Nyx and the Riki. Okay, you saw their courier here, so there's someone there. That's a nice spirit, but you have time.
Get Shadowblade! Oh my god, you scared him.
Your top tower has fallen.
Okay, so Ursa's here, Earth Spirit is here. SF is around. SF
Yeah.
Shadow Blade is down. Nyx is around.
What a trip!
Can't take this too much magic shit.
No reason you lost this fight is pretty simple. SF and Ursa have BKBs. None of you have BKBs.
No, we lost. There's no big.
I mean, it was kind of right. Like, the vision also matters because probably neither team had vision, but they have 3 Invis heroes,
Under attack.
and you're the only one with Invis.
Your top tower is under attack.
You want to just get to the next wave here.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get back in time.
Your top tower has fallen.
I don't have TP, guys.
Ah, okay. I mean, if you want a def, then yeah, you should run. But I just meant, like, when there's 2 creeps of a wave, and then there's next wave coming, and you're Invis. Like, going for the 2 creeps means you review yourself like 10 seconds earlier, but it doesn't make the push that much faster. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should go for the next wave.
Radiant structures are
Alright, Glyph Force, you're not gonna get much more than that, so... Now you don't want to run in a straight line, because... Again, if they're trying to catch you, that's what they expect, so... Nyx or Earthspur is gonna pop dust there and catch you. So they want to run in the trees, or stay just outside of the tower. Basically, do what's not expected.
Yeah. I could kill Ursa, but he could get his ulti off. It's like not worth it.
Okay. See the Nyx.
You think I should try the Ursa?
I don't know if he's staying. Doesn't. Yeah, just push the wave back now. And you need some claries again too.
I feel like I'm never playing with my team though. And is that because I don't have a BKB?
Not just you don't have BKB, but Oldie doesn't have BKB either. So how do you wanna, like, how do you wanna take a fight?
Your middle tower is under attack.
You got tier 2 top and you got tier 2 bottom. And they only got a tier 2 mid, so it's not too bad. Okay, now they're missing. Probably going for you. Maybe TP Shrine.
Oh,
Oh, you switched out the Shadow Blade. Okay, that's...
okay, mistake. I switched out my Shadow Blade by mistake.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, you ran in a straight line back. Again, just think like, when you're going for like trying to catch someone that's on a side lane, like, where are you gonna walk to catch him? Like,
Yeah.
assuming he's walking straight back, right?
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. So
So, I mean, this is a different... Do you think I should be doing this kind of play style every... I mean, okay, not every game, but like in games like this, where I'm not going to team fight them?
well, it depends. I mean, you can team fight him, but not with those items. If you want to team fight him, then you shouldn't go for Force Step, for example. Then you should get the BKB straight up.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, this is like, let's say yesterday we were talking about this also because they had that like massive team fight lineup, right? We're just...
They got BKBs, BKB, not fight.
It's okay to force the BKBs, like, you have mobility and stuff, but...
I am frost free.
So they're going to get tier 2. They're going to get tier 2 bottom. Oh wow, this Ricky has a lot of items.
Yeah, that's some... I'm looking at that build and it's just...
Every time he runs.
Again, draw aggro because you're trying to push her. Okay, nice.
Oh my god.
Okay, he messed up. But they have a gem. Alright, so this one, it's again similar thing. A bit more forgivable though, like I've done the same a lot. Similar mistake. But basically when someone is TPing on the wave you're hitting, it's really easy to assume like, oh, he thinks I won't kill the creep in time, but I will, I'll show him, and then you just get stunned and you die. So realistically the expectation should be that, okay, there's someone there to set up to make sure the creep stays alive. That means I need to get out as soon as I see the TP. Or he wouldn't TP if, you know, there was no way for it to be guaranteed.
Yeah.
The deep ones return me to
We can fight. We can fight.
an end to ill omens.
Okay, Odie's nearly got BKB. Do you think they should be, like, do you think I should be mid?
Right now,
Yeah.
not really. I mean, to take at least one more wave. It depends. In these situations, there's no right or wrong. Like, here you're getting less map control, but more chance to get a tower by going with them. And if you go bottom, you have less chance to get tower, but you get more map control because you're pushing bottom further, harder. But if you are gonna go mid, you should hit the tower with them, because just sitting there makes no sense. Like, Slaughter should carry detection, and he shouldn't have an Echo Saber. But really, no one took the arcane. Okay, now they're just gonna run at you, I guess.
Oh my god. And guys, can we just wait until we get BKB?
For the dead.
I mean, they just got... He caught Puck with the Hex. Insta-killed him, and from there...
It's hard to play like... It is hard to play like you... The way that you describe, because then your team will keep thinking like you're playing badly.
Yeah, but that's normal, I mean...
But I think it would be different if I like didn't make some of the mistakes and I actually kept getting pickoffs
Of course.
earlier.
I mean, but, like, it makes sense, because... You're trying to play... You're trying to improve, right? And you said
Yeah.
you're getting matched with people at your level. If improving means playing better than the people at your level, and if you're playing better at them, that means not doing what they expect you to do. Enemies as well as allies.
Yeah.
So if your allies think you're playing well, that's for their metrics, and chances are you aren't. Every time I play on a like 3K or 4K account, I get pinged and question marked and flamed for every move, even like regardless of score, you know, like I can be 20-0 and it's still gonna be like, oh my god, why are you in enemy woods alone and stuff like that. Oh, why are you farming next to the enemy base? You know, like, it's...
Oh my god. Okay, I shouldn't have been there.
I mean, the game is like all but decided at this point, because... Now, one really big issue is that they have 2 Invis heroes, and the third one that bought a Shadow Blade, and your team doesn't have any sentries up anywhere. The catch hero... I mean, sentries should be on support, and then... Basically, Lich should have sentries, Puck should definitely have
Caroline,
dust.
you need to have a lot more sentries.
I mean, this game is over, but in general.
Yeah.
There's no rules, but, you know, like, generally speaking, support has sentries, offlane hero has dust, and the roamer can have both. The roamer, like in this case Slaughter, should definitely have dust, but you know, also sentries can't hurt to have on 2 heroes. People just underestimate Invis, like it's a mechanic that wins so many. It's not the Invis, it's the vision. The fact that, you know, it gives vision advantage.
Can't catch.
I killed myself on the blade now.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, like it's hard for them to kill me. Ursa's an exception, but like, you know, normal LC game, I'm pretty strong. Shadow Blade as well. Like, it's hard for them to kill me. They have to bring dust, and even if they bring dust, it's still hard for them to kill me if they have don't have the right heroes. So, if the right combination of heroes are missing, then I just back off, and then once they show again, I can, or like I can make that.
Yeah.
I can, just based on how they're moving around the map, like try to predict where like one single hero might be, like kind of where I killed that SF.
There is no right.
I mean, I think I don't know if you're in a rush or like if like Caroline's waiting to play next game or whatever, but I think it would be useful if we go over this replay real quick, like right now.
Yeah.
Not the full replay, but just to see those few moments in particular.
Okay, yeah, I think it's good too.
And you'll notice that because for me, like, there's a huge difference between playing the game and watching replay, obviously, because in the replay you have infinite time, and then from my position right now, like taking the coach slot, it's like something in between. It's like I don't have infinite time, but I'm also not playing the game, so I have a lot more, like I can pay a lot more attention to the map. So
Yeah.
it's something in between. But the point is that when you watch your replay, I'm almost sure that you're gonna reach the same conclusions that I've been telling you, like without me telling you in the replay, just from you
Yeah.
watching yourself.
Yeah. But that's only with you having told me.
No, even without me having told you, because we can. I mean, if you don't believe me, we can also then go over the previous replay where I didn't tell you. And
No. Like now that you've told me, I've got my, like I'll be aware of it, whereas I wouldn't have been aware of it.
I mean, okay, think of it this way, right? Like, this is kind of a general thing. Like, told other people as well. Like, in Dota, you can't have, like, during the game, you can't pay too much attention. Like, that's impossible, right? Basically, it's impossible to not miss anything. You're always gonna miss something. And like, the better you are, the fewer things you miss. That's how it works.
Yeah, but like I mean, if I watched my own replay, I think I might not come to that conclusion myself. You know what I mean? Like, because you've coached me on it to look for that, then it's
Okay,
like
I
I've
mean,
seen
sure,
it now.
sure, but
I've seen it now. I'm always gonna see it.
But the point is still, like, when you watch your own replay, you become like the best player ever, or like with the best awareness ever, because again, you have infinite time. So every like single second of, like, frozen second of, you know, watching the minimap, you can check everyone's items, everyone's positions, everything, and you can draw the perfect conclusions. And the thing is, again, you can't do that in the real game because you don't have the time. But if you do it enough in the replay, you're also gonna start seeing some patterns, and then you can see it easier in the game. Like when I told you to go to that shrine, it's not like I was necessarily like knew that exactly this hero is gonna be there, or has to be there, or exactly this second or anything. It's just like a feeling for me. It doesn't. It does not purge the Shadow Blade, actually. That's very interesting. The Nullifier. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's just a basic dispel. I mean, the Fusel doesn't purge it either, so it makes sense. But
Yeah.
and there are no offensive strong dispels. Okay, so let's wait a little bit for the replay. Probably gonna take like a minute or two to get up. I'm just gonna be right back real quick to the bathroom.
Okay. Whoa, there's a win probability now.
I'm back. Yeah,
Oh,
but
this is-
I mean that's the Dota Plus thing.
I was actually highest net worth in the game for like the early game.
Let's see.
Whoa.
Yeah, the first 10, almost 15 minutes. But if you look at the player item graph, SF went Yules into BKB, Ursa went Blink into BKB, so they had both 19 and 22 minutes, and you went Shadowblade, Blade Mill, Force Staff into BKB. Same with OD, he went full Pike and Blink and then BKB, so they just had both BKBs a lot sooner. It's not necessarily right or wrong, but that's
like
the main reason why fights are hard, because BKB is a fighting item. It's useless when it comes to pushing lanes, to pick offs, to this and that. But for fighting, it's the best item, obviously.
yeah.
Alright, replays up.
So that's a good point to note. They're BKBs and our BKBs, but some games you don't need BKB, but like yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, sure, you could go, let's say, Blink Blade Mail into BKB, and then you're stronger at fights, but then there's a chance you still lose the fights, because fights are unreliable. Like, the only... I think we talked about this before, like, only in pro games when you watch, the fights are reliable. You know that, alright, this guy needs to do this, like, you know, this guy needs to control that hero, this guy needs to initiate, blah blah, and they all, like, both teams know that, the spectator knows that, and generally you can kind of more or less predict how the fight is gonna go. There's a decent chance at least, or at least you know what everyone's trying to do. Whereas in these games, like, it's so random. You know, like, Slaughter's job is to have control and utility, but then he buys Echo Saber, so like that's something that could lose you the fight.
Yeah, like he could get 4-star.
An enemy Earth Spirit, for example, goes Yules, which is a good fight item for fights. And you know, these kind of things. So that's why it's not reliable to you know, make your game plan revolve around winning fights. Okay, I'm sharing screen now so we can see it. Alright, works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, now I can actually also see your perspective, which I couldn't while coaching. So let's fast forward here. You get the Shadow Blade. Let's okay, this may be interesting. See enemy perspective. If anyone actually noticed you picking up the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, that's interesting to know.
Yeah, Ursa's watching his hero walk to the neutral camp, so he didn't see anything. Ricky, however, was here. Maybe he noticed. Nah, he just saw the courier. Okay, actually, I don't think they had vision of it. So.
Well, he just okay.
But it was kind
But
of.
when I
nice.
walked down here, they noticed.
Let's see if anyone clicked again. Yeah, he clicked on it. Yeah, he even pinged it out. Yeah, so now they know. Let's see SF perspective. When he died here, even though it got pinged out. No, that was a bug on the minimap. He doesn't see. He in this. But yeah, even though it got pinged out, he still just goes on high ground and dies. Alright, so see, this game, unlike the previous game, first Shadow Blade move, in fact more than successful, because not only do you kill the SF, preferred target, you get a bonus kill on Earth Spirit, and on top of everything, they were also making a move on the OD. So, like, the Earth Spirit had to walk there to go for that, and you saved the OD in the process as well. So really, really good first move. And
yeah,
you're also
extremely good.
getting
And we're getting the tower.
a lot of damage on the tower. Yeah, you don't... I think... Do you actually finish? No, you don't finish it, but... Yeah. Now,
Yeah, but then they die like that.
because okay, so this is the next part with the TPs. The only way to
If I had-
TP
If I had cut more trees,
exactly the only way for TP is like hidden like this, so that's why the cutting trees is so important. If you cut these 4, then the only place they can TP is behind this one. They can also TP here in these trees, of course, but like you commit to cutting one side and then you can stay on that side, and this side is better obviously because if you cut these and you stay on this side, that's again also where a ranged hero, like on some ranged heroes you can, if you're really committing, and this is kind of more like it's a bit more advanced, like it's kind of hard to judge sometimes, but let's say if you're committing and you think, okay, the only way they can defend this tower if they can TP on top of us, then for example the OD can actually just stand here and hit from here, thereby giving vision. But yeah, so in the end they just both TP on the exact same spot here, so either one of these trees actually would have spotted the TPs, but
yeah.
and he just
But
walks.
the OD was just bad there.
Yeah, I mean the OD, sure, but that's not relevant though. Like you should not even think about that.
Yeah.
He is bad.
So now, okay, now in this situation,
Okay.
defending the tower, the OD's like telling me to get out of his lane.
No, I mean if you wanna. Okay, so what are you trying to achieve here? Tower doesn't take damage, right?
Yeah.
And he's pinging you, and it's more like psychology shit. Like, he's probably kind of mad anyway, but because you're actually taking the creeps, like not even asking him, but actively trying to get them before he comes, he gets more mad. So what could you do here that's better? Is just aggro the creeps and walk circles. Now, like the loss, like the tower still doesn't take damage. Loss for you is that you're wasting time and you're not getting the last hits. You're leaving them for him, but he's a lot more happy about that. In fact, you know, it's like it might have just turned it around his opinion of you completely. Because you know from, I mean, you know how Dota players are, and there's a good chance that
Yeah.
this one small moment was the only reason he was like, or like that kind of made up his mind on you from there, and then the rest of the game is just looking for reasons to flame you.
Yeah.
But it all comes back to that one moment. So, okay, this is the first big mistake, and I say, okay, he already saw you. This is risky. Let's watch our spirit player perspective. Placing some wards. Oh, there's a Legion.
Yeah, but he didn't see me go Shadowblade because he went down the hill.
Okay, but he's just chilling on the high ground. There's 2 heroes next to him. Okay, let's watch the Nyx perspective. And you can't possibly tell me that you know that he didn't see you go Shadowblade. That you knew in the game. Because it was like some kind of...
No, I knew in the game well, I didn't know that he had a ward or not. Yeah, I just assumed he didn't have a ward.
And next part is... Okay, let's then ignore all that. Let's look at the minimap Radiant.
Did they scan? They even scanned.
Yeah, they scanned.
Right.
And now, ignoring all that, tell me, like, what is the, from your perspective, like, what is the best possible scenario here? First of all, do you even have enough damage to win a solo duel against him? If you get the Shadowblade hit, get the pressy attack, get the duel, and get lucky with, like, Moment of Courage procs, you maybe get the kill. And what happens after? Your
SF will kill me.
Fairly likely, like there's a big risk of dying because you're on enemy territory.
Yeah, it's like I'm chasing an Earth Spirit.
The benefit is
hero
not there. Yeah, it's a support who's gonna respawn in like 20 seconds. Your duel is gonna be cooldown for 50. You show yourself, so again all cores feel safe, and yeah, even if everything goes perfectly, like the absolute best case scenario is you kill him, You get the dual damage. No one like punishes you. You survive. Your duel is still on cooldown. You're still not getting any objective. You still have to like run back to your woods, fairy clarities, wait for dual cooldown. You're not pushing any wave. So you're like, if even the best case scenario is still kind of like then there's absolutely no reason to go for that play.
Okay, yeah.
So this first big mistake, and again, this you were snowballing already, and now this TP, yeah, because SF was hitting like it's. But again, that's one of those TPs. It's not good, but you kind of have to do it, otherwise tower takes too much damage.
Yeah.
Now you're on bottom, like I mentioned, they probably have a ward. They did. Now the Nyx is. Let's see, I guess he just... You can even see my ping on the replay on the ward. And that's again a super common ward spot. That's why I mentioned you should pop the Shadow Blade earlier. But Nyx is just not paying attention. So see, like this example, a kill you get because enemies are bad, but it's not a good play. Because if enemies aren't bad, it shouldn't happen. Like he literally just didn't look at the map for I don't know.
Okay, so but what do I do then? I should just go to the lane and force him out?
So the question, what do you do here from your perspective? This is what you see. Now if you want to go for bottom, you want to take a longer route, maybe from these camps, go through the lane, pop Shadow Blade, but you know this ward covers so much that it's pretty hard. You could also just pop the Shadow Blade a lot earlier, like here maybe, and then walk through the river.
Okay.
It's hard to say, but now I mean it's okay, like in the sense that Ricky and Ursa are showing top, so and I think the SF showed mid, so there's like no threat of you dying. So going for this play is okay, it's just that it shouldn't be a kill, like he should just walk away. And then you, like by moving there, you forced him away, you can push the wave. Like the move itself is okay, it's just, it's bad to think that like that's a dual kill you should get, because you shouldn't, right? Like what should happen is there's no backup for him, so he just backs off.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the part that's kind of dangerous because okay, SF died, Nyx died, but the other guys are missing. Ursa, that's where I said like Ursa might have Blink by now. He doesn't. He's not even close to it, but it's still pretty risky because it's TP ready. Like for all you know, he's TPing here, walking like this. Okay, someone TP now. It's the Nyx, yeah. And Ursa TPs as well at some point. No, I guess they're ulted. Okay, now SF just TPs and then they initiate. So they're gonna lich. You backed off in time, so it was okay. Just stayed a bit longer than really necessary. The other thing to think about is like being aware of showing. Like every time you're showing yourself to the enemy, you want to be getting something out of it, like pressuring a lane. That's the most simple one, or getting a kill, whatever. But the reason I was saying like this is pointless, like this moment here, is because like you're showing yourself, but you're not really gonna be able to go for the tower, and you're just not really getting anything out of it.
So you think I should just go to the jungle
Like after the
next kill?
After the next kill, and Earth Spirit comes.
And then with Earth Spirit comes, then I can go to some...
Yeah, you just walk back to the jungle or whatever, because your duel was cooldown, you're not gonna kill him, right?
Yeah. Okay, so quite different to... Like, I know the heroes are very different, but I'm just comparing to what you would say if I was Pugna. It's like, I could still blast the tower and everything, if I could keep safe distance.
Yeah, it's obviously very different because you're a melee hero. And you're all about pickoffs, whereas like that's the biggest strength. Pugna's biggest strength is Yeah, blasting towers. Pushing waves. Okay, so here, let's watch. I want to see your player's perspective actually, because this was the second like big mistake I would say after the Earth Spirit attempt. Okay, so what's happening? They jump the OD. He gets saved. Earth is showing top. Now, like, what is the best case scenario here?
We kill the Nyx.
Like Slaughter amps him. You duel. But like you don't see. Okay, you see Ursa has a TP. You don't see SF. You know Earth Spirit is right there. He has a stun. The duel lasts 4 seconds and the stun is 1.5. So like 2 seconds. Is that enough to kill the Nyx? Probably not. Afterwards he has Carapace. There's also Ricky with smokescreen. He like it's 1 or 2 seconds of cooldown, but I don't think you knew that.
I was thinking that they might have used it in the engagement.
Okay, but yeah, I mean they did, but it's coming off cooldown. Like these are the small things, like heroes with their spell cooldowns and stuff like that, which you can't like consciously count. Okay, I see smokescreen, he used it here. At this second, it's gonna be ready at this second. I see ball smash, it's gonna be ready. Like, there's no way you think like that. It's just a general feeling, and like there's no experience. So your feeling was that they're still on cooldown.
And he got the carapace off.
Yeah, so that's another 0.6 seconds stun, and then there's a smoke screen. Slaughter walked in stupidly instead of amping him. Then even SF comes. But to be honest, even if SF didn't come or if SF came later, like the duel's already over and Nyx is gonna be able to stun you, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah. So, okay, think about my situation. Like, I think I'm just trying to be really, I'm trying to get everything, I'm trying to get something done. Like, I'm trying to force something to happen. Because I'm bottom and I'm like, oh, okay, Earth Spirit's here, I can't do anything. So then...
Okay, but let's go all the way back again. Well, the moment you saw that happen when they jumped OD. So you're pushing bottom. You see SF running mid without TP. Okay, SF is gonna be mid. Now you see them jumping mid. Takes you like a second or two. I mean, it's fine reaction time, whatever. So you see Nyx and Earth Spirit are jumping mid. SF is running towards mid. And I think the
actually looking at the distance from where I was to where the fight is, I feel like the spells will be off cooldown. Yeah.
But it's not even a fight though. Like it's not. Yeah. And again, like, look at your items. You have Shadowblade. Like, what is? Shadowblade is not a counter initiation item. Like that's blink is that. You know, like they jump your ally. You see everyone. You can blink on the backline or whatever. Okay. Shadowblade does not do that. Like, you're assuming they don't have sentries, which is just silly. If they have sentries, you cannot do that. You just get stunned and die. Even without sentries, they have like a bunch of AoE spells. You all get hit by all of them. So it's just not practical. Like this is not what your build is for. Like this build is for finding one guy and killing him. So the moment you see this, you want to run back to bottom and pressure that tower. And like, imagine you did that. Nyx no TP, Ricky no TP, SF no TP, Ursa and Earth Spirit have one. So you would force them to TP in.
So it's almost like I'm playing anti-mage. But then
no, it's not. This is basic. This goes for any hero really. Like any hero that you wanna carry the game with. Like you know what this mindset is? Like this mindset is good when you're playing Earth Spirit. If you're playing Earth Spirit, you always want to be in every single engagement. Even if it's a gank, to save, to secure a kill, to fight, to anything. You always want to be there with Earth Spirit. Because that's the point of your hero. You're mobile, you have a bunch of like AoE stun, AoE silence, AoE damage. You can set things up, you can save people, counter initiate, you can do everything. And you don't need items, you don't need farm. You're not gonna carry the late game, so that's literally your only job, is to always be in every single fight. You don't pressure towers as an Earth Spirit, so that's why. Like if something is happening, you probably want to TP there as an Earth Spirit. Like that's
Yeah.
more 95% of cases. And as a core, it's not your job. We talk about what is the strength of Legion. Like it's being able to sustain, being able to pick off solo, being able to pressure tower as well, etc.
Yep. Okay.
So
So like like farming is actually pretty fast. Like I just don't come to these. I keep farming. I keep pressuring the lanes. I wait for someone to come. I kill them.
yeah, and the other interesting thing here is that, again, enemies are kind of bad. They don't really. Let's see what happened exactly. Okay, so they kill you here. Chain Frost comes out. They're all kind of low, so they have to back. But I mean, SF is not, so you just get some damage on the tower. And then he does a dive. Okay, they killed Lich. OD comes, cleans up the DD, so just trading him for kills. Tower takes a bit more damage. Earth Spirit is ready, you know, like now they can go on the OD and stuff. And Puck is not joining. Like Puck is the one who should be joining this fight, by the way. But yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The point is, like, and it's the mindset that I mentioned to you earlier, is just in general, when you have a fight, like, they're generally not decided by, like, numbers. They're usually decided by, like, who screws up and gets stunned and picked off and dies without using spells. And the other thing is that if you're, like, the chance that your team loses the fight because you're not there, but they win the fight if you're there, it's generally quite low. Especially on heroes like LC, that you don't have counter initiation. If you're a hero with a jump, maybe it's a bit different, but a lot of games it still isn't.
Hunter.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit different, but a lot of cases it still isn't. And if your team loses the fight with you there, it's like super bad, especially late game. If it happens here, you probably just lose the game right there because you lose Rex, that full map.
Okay.
Whereas if you don't go to the fight and you're in a position to like split, you know, threaten their high ground, then if your team loses the fight, it's actually not game over because they still have to TP heroes back to defend. Otherwise, you get Rex, and then they're keeping.
Yeah, I think maybe I need to think about like playing the hero more like I would play some other heroes. What comes to mind is like when I'm playing Storm, or even when I'm playing Slark, but I'm not like that strong yet, and so like I wait for people to be low and then I go.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just playing them up basically. Okay, this is the next interesting moment. So we see Nyx and SF mid kind of low. Now we don't see them. Top tower is taking damage to creep, so there's no one there. Okay, now we see Earth Spirit and SF again. We see Ursa, like, okay, now it's still kind of safe. Now this is the moment where they go missing again. And instead of backing off, you run in aggressively, like, under the tower. They even use Glyph. They're still tanking tower and creeps. And what was actually going on is that SF was just TPing. Then Earth Spirit also TPs. Ursa also TPs. Slaughter blinks out. And this is again greedy, like, let's see the second that you see the SF. Here you see SF, but you're not using Shadow Blade, even though your plan is to escape. Then you see the Earth Spirit right next to you, then you use Shadow Blade. And you survive, which, again, you shouldn't. Like, Earth Spirit should have a dust, and then you shouldn't survive, you're just dead. Because you get stunned, SF comes, heals you, and you're dead. So this already, like, you should be dead here, but you don't because, okay, they don't have detection. And then you still go for this, and then you're like, I don't expect them to be here, but why? Like, no one else is showing anymore. You saw 2 heroes TP'd, and the other 3 are missing. Like, where could the other 3 be? And again, like, what is the best case scenario? That their Ursa is killing Roche and Ricky and Nyx are helping him, or what? Okay, then there's the other mistake of, you know, using too many things. He has time to Yule. Which, again, mistake. He could just Yule you instead of himself.
Yeah.
And then walk away. You do get the dual kill, but then just a random fight. And just all like random stuff, no real. You see, like what how these fights go is there's no coordination, which because you're not a team, you're just like random people matched. You're not on voice, you know, on voice together. And so you can't expect these fights to like go as they should, so to speak. Push bottom.
Okay, so what should I have done? Like, I forced their TPs and then I run to another lane.
You force diff, you force TP, yeah, and then you just walk mid. Like, see, mid tower was low. That's what I mentioned earlier. Or you just go back. Like, if they are 5, if they're like gather on one place, they're actively. Like, that's another very simple way to look at it. Basically, the more spread you are, the more you're pushing, like as a team, the more you're pushing waves, the more you're farming, the more you're getting golden XP because everyone's like alone, getting their own, not sharing. But the weaker you are at fighting, right? Because everyone's alone. And the more you group up, you know, with the most being 5-man, the you know, the least map control you have. That's everyone's sharing XP. Everyone's sharing gold, no one's really farming. But the one strength of that is that you're strong in fights. So by running into 5 heroes, you're enabling their strength. By running away from 5 heroes, you're denying that strength. Because, okay, they're 5 and they're strong, but there's no one to fight. So there's no benefit. So they're just sharing gold and XP for no reason. And they're losing map control in the process. So that's why if you see 5 heroes, going somewhere else is automatically good, no matter what. You're winning in map control, you're winning in gold and XP, you're winning in everything.
Yeah.
And that's even if you're so farm, like let's say, I don't know, at this point you already have like a BKB and a Blink on top of this, and you're so strong and you can fight them. Like even then, it doesn't make sense to fight them because, like why?
It gives them their best chance.
Yeah, you're gonna get maybe like let's say you're so insanely farmed, like twice the net worth of anyone else. You get like 2-3 kills, the others barely escape, and then you get a tower. But you use your BKB charge, you use your cooldowns, you use all your mana. Whereas you could also just go to a different lane and get a tower and not use anything. So you see, like, even if the fight is 100% secure, there's no reason.
I was meant to have this.
And this is like for this, of course it's a bit different for team game when you can guarantee. And like that's the other thing, like there's no such thing as a secure fight in pops because you never know what people want to do.
Yeah, so like I feel like they're playing a lot 5-man together. Like this Ricky's farming by herself, and then as soon as I try to go in, like someone TVs, and now like okay, so I just need to go, and then my first reaction is okay, I'll go jungle, but then he said no, just wait, like on the bottom side of the map.
I think that was a different moment because now they're actually showing, so there's no one coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I said like you go mid or top. Like the next side here, SF was here, you don't know where Earth is. Yeah, now you can go mid or top. You can watch their perspective, looks like they did have... Yeah, they had a ward and a sentry there. Now they're just all running here. Which is fine for you. Okay, this is the part where you said, okay, let's hide. Because they just all went missing. And now we see they're grouping up, so that makes them strong. They can't get picked off by you, but as a result, they can't defend 3 lanes, so they're losing top tower. And that's the part where you're like, I want to TP mid. But why would you TP mid here? Because, like let's take it like step by step, all the possible places they could be. Like, what could they be doing? There's a few options, right? Either
They
they're
could be camping Ricky, or they could be preparing to fight top.
exactly, like either they're all behind Ricky. So if they're all behind Ricky, what happens if you TP mid?
Then they can leave bot and go top.
And go top or go mid, yeah. And there's no one pushing bottom anymore. So that's not really a benefit for you. You're relieving the pressure. And okay, you probably get top tower, but no, actually they're still full, yeah. So they might even defend top tower by you doing that. Now, other option is that they're top, preparing to defend this tower and fight these guys. If that's the case, would you want to be mid? Like, maybe you can say, I want to pressure my tower.
No,
but
if they're fighting top, then I'd rather just be bottom.
exactly, like you pressure this tower as well. This tower's gonna die eventually anyway. And even if you want to get this tower, you don't have to TP mid for it. Like, you can just walk like this. It's this kind of almost same distance. And you're saving your TP for maybe to TP top at some point if the fight like calls for it, if they dive, I don't know. And yeah, then the third option is that they're going mid on the OD. And in that case, you being mid, like, what does that really do? Maybe you save the OD, but it's not very likely.
Yeah.
And even if you do save him, like, what's the benefit? Okay, you saved him, and then he has to go back to base, and you're just stuck here watching 3 heroes.
Yeah, so bottom was like the best place I could be, because I'm applying pressure to that lane, and I'm forcing them to split up.
Yeah, it's similar to yesterday's situation. Like, either they like stay bottom and defend that, and they'll stop, or they go.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand. Like, okay, yeah, I did say in the game I want to TP mid now, but now I understand the situation.
Mhm.
I should stay bot. But then, how do I create this situation? Because this situation just happened. Like,
Did it just happen? Okay, let's see. Let's go back. It's 19 is this moment. Now let's go back 1 minute. See what happened in 1 minute. Yeah, in fact, okay, let's.
I think. Okay, so we could argue that I created the situation by pushing the lane.
Pushing the lane. It's
And
so
then-
simple. Yeah. You see, 2 minutes ago you were doing the same thing. And let's look at how they're moving. Let's go back a bit more. So, the moment where you're actually actively pushing and showing on the wave. That's here, already at 17. You took a tower. Your team was nearby, so enemies were scared to come.
I was meant to
You're just waiting here, they're waiting. Ricky is hitting a few creeps. Here, you try to go on him. Instantly, TP from Earth Spirit.
Soldier's fortune.
You force that hero there. Okay, you go back. In the meantime, Nyx is top. See now, because Earth Spirit TP'd bottom, he can't TP top. So this guy's just dead. I mean, he would, not like Earth Spirit could save him, but yeah. Maybe if Earth Spirit could TP, then SF would also join, like, who knows.
Yeah.
Okay, now, that guy's dead. You go bottom again. They ping it out, you realize, because Ricky stops showing, and you go back. And now they're all moving there, so like you're forcing them, 3 heroes to sit bottom, while the 4th is dead, which means top is empty.
Okay, but okay, so the situation happened because of what I did, but also because Nyx made a mistake and died.
But I mean, you can say it's a mistake, but you know, maybe he expected backup or whatever. He was going for a play. Like, I mean, well, what else could the Knicks have done really? Like, okay, he can also go bottom, and they could send like the entire team bottom. But it's, I mean, there's like too many ifs at one point. But to keep it simple, it is pretty simple. It's just pushing wave equals like getting information. That's all there is to it. Either they go there or they don't. If you don't push wave, you don't get any information. So yeah, here again, you let's go back to your fog. So you see them jumping mid. Looks like they even smoked for it, or no, they didn't smoke, just Invis Nix. So the moment they jump mid, you're like, alright, they're mid. I'm gonna take this wave. Great, you take this wave. Actually, Odie doesn't even die. He 4 steps out. Your team is still getting top tower, and now
Okay, so
they're backing off.
They feel super bad.
Yeah, they feel super bad. Yeah, and now they're backing off from mid, but like SF is top, but he's alone. Now you see the Knicks walking top, but you don't see the others, and that's where you hard commit for the tower. Now, like, what's stopping you from continuing to do what you were doing earlier?
Nothing.
Yeah, but this time, like, you lose patience and you're just like committing for a tower, and you just die. And it's
Yeah, and as soon as I die, the pressure from bottom's gone.
it's gone. Yeah, that's the main thing. It's not about the gold. It's not about XP. It's not even that much about you losing farm or anything like that. It's just boom, the pressure is gone. Like, no, they don't have to care about this bottom lane now for a full minute at least. And also, like, keep in mind, you were here with your TP ready. In order for you to be here with your TP ready again after you spawn, means walking all this distance. Like, that takes, again, like, I don't know, at least close to a minute. And if you
Right.
TP to this tower to walk here, okay, then you are here, but then you don't have a TP, so it's not as good.
Yeah.
Because then you're actually stuck here. And, yeah.
Do you think because I'm LC, like I can? This is the way to play LC. As in, of course, like we're doing coaching on LC, but LC is special because he can. Like Ursa was farming that lane, that those creeps, but because if I was bottom, he wouldn't be able to farm it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ursa's Ursa, he might still be able to farm it, but like normal carries won't be able to farm it if I have the Shadowblade Blade Mail. So they have to have like backup, and because they have backup, it means like they can't defend other areas because you have too many heroes in one spot. And so because I'm applying the pressure, then I'm not farming as fast because I was just hiding there, but also means that enemies aren't farming as fast.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think LC is the best hero for this. This is not a playstyle specific to LC. It's more about the most reliable way to win in general. Like,
Okay, so
when
let's
you
just
wanna
say
play
let's say I was Juggernaut,
yeah.
and I could do like, and I have like Shadowblade. I mean, no, sorry, Battle Fury, and then I'm doing this, and then I get to the tier 2 tower. I'm like, it's exactly the same map situation. Get to the tower, and then obviously I can't kill the Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can kind of like, he can't force me away, so that's still okay. And then ESTPs, then I kind of I can still spin TP, but okay, like let's say Ursa's missing, then I gotta get back, and when I get back, I just hide there still.
I mean, it's not an ideal situation for Jugger. That's why it's not a great Jugger game, right? Because both Nyx and Earth Spirit can catch you and, set you up to get killed. Same with the Ricky, Cloud from Invis. Like, Jugger's main strength is being able to spin TP out. And that's like his split pushing strength, and that's not effective this game against their heroes. So it would be very risky to make moves like that with Jugger, and we have to focus more on farming and getting more items. He's not very mobile either. Like, this game, I mean...
No, but you were talking about this playstyle, and you said it's one of the best ways to win the game,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't work for Jugger this game.
No, it's not that it won't work, it will just be kind of harder. Like, I mean, you would also pick for it, right? To make sure you have a hero that is able to do this properly. Like, let's say, I don't know, for TB, this will be extremely easy. Because, you just send illusions, they don't have... Like, Ricky, Nyx, and Earth Spirit can't deal with illusions. Even Ursa, not that great. And you just spam, like, you do this whole wave pushing with illusions, and you farm in the meantime, you get big item advantage. I mean, that's just an example. Legion's strength is... She's not mobile, doesn't have magic immunity, doesn't have any like illusions, anything like that. But yeah, the strength is you can kill almost anyone with duel, so that forces enemies to kind of go together. You're not, you know, just pressuring them, like forcing them away. You're actually killing them if they're not, yeah, if they're not with backup, if they're not careful.
Yeah.
So that's kind of Legion's strength mostly, and then obviously some other stuff like you're strong in fights later on, farm fast. Okay, this move, like the reason why is like kind of 0% play because a bottom your team is showing, and this wave is pushing in. There's already a puck here. He should kill the wave, but basically there's no one bottom right now. There's no one top. So if you do find someone here, like why would they be alone? I don't know. Let's.
Oh, and if I show mid and they're ready to fight bottom, they're just gonna fight.
I mean, then it would actually be good because you get free tower. You can even go straight for a tier 2. But yeah, like it's no. Again, like you're walking past the wave. Like it's one of the worst things. You don't like walking past waves. I mean, the puck is gonna get it, but. Okay, so I guess super risky. It just so happened that they weren't trying to defend bottom. They weren't pushing top, and no one was mid. Like they were just all either farming woods or Ursa was going Roche. So, but that's just like them being bad again, because like none of them is pushing lane. Now, when you got this move, you got the tower. The fact you didn't get punished means they're probably bottom, right? So, and then you see them here. 3 heroes going on the slaughter. Like this should be a green light for you to stay mid and keep pushing mid. Because here you're running to top. But it's like more valuable to pressure mid than run all the way top. Then your team backs off anyway. I mean, you're still pushing a lane, so it's not bad per se, like it's fine. Okay, this was the moment, the first moment where we actually like got a really clean pick off. Let's see like why. So first, you know, I said like SF sitting tower, that means everyone's behind him, right? Like I mean that should be pretty obvious. Like don't need much explanation. So you want to be aggressive top. You finish the 4 staff, you're pushing. You see a fight's going on. And okay, you're like, should I TP to this fight? Now let's see, like let's just click on heroes and see the moment they, like is there any moment where if you were there like that fight would go well? First of all, you know SF is BKB. You know Ursa's Aegis. Okay, Ursa's not there. But to be honest, they don't need Ursa, so. How, like tell me, how is the scenario that you win this
because
fight?
I think Ursa's not here, so if I go there, yeah, we'll have more numbers, basically, is what I was thinking.
Okay, but where is your team actually?
Yeah, they're not ready now.
Okay, so which was the moment that you were considering to TP? Again, here we're making advantage of, taking advantage of the replay, like, obviously in the game you need to control your hero, you can't just have your camera here clicking, but we're in the replay, we can.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a super good player, you can do this ultra fast. So, when is the moment that you're thinking about TPing here?
Like now.
Okay. So they missed both stuns, like they screw up, and they're committed pretty deep.
Yeah.
So now you would TP. Now, looking at your teammates, Puck and Lich have TPs available. Haven't used them yet. Slaughter is running there. Blink cooldown for 4 more seconds. OD is initiated on. So where would you TP? Like to this tower?
TP to the tier 1.
Okay, then you Shadow Blade, and then like what's the ideal scenario?
I'll kill the SF with the Blade Bale duel.
Okay, so you're gonna walk up to SF and Blade Bale duel. All right. like how many ways can that go badly? Like, first you don't have BKB. If there's a sentry, he just uses you. That plan is not gonna happen, and the fight is hard. You know, there's okay, their silence, their spells are on cooldown, but you know it's 3 seconds till you TP. At least there's another like 2-3 seconds till you reach him. So this stun is gonna be available soon, so you can get stunned. But again, like you don't have a blink, you have a shadow blade. So this whole plan hinges on them not having sentries, and it's like it's such a big thing, right? Like okay, they don't have sentry, everything goes great, and you win the fight, or they have sentry and everything goes terrible and you lose the fight. So
Okay, so if I had a blink, if I went blink build, then it would be a lot better for me to try and defend this.
yeah, it'll be a lot
So if
because you have a very clear plan in the fight. Like that can't really go wrong because it's
Yeah.
just okay. You're gonna blink on him, so
Yeah, I know, like Shadow Blade, I could just like TP, and then Shadow Blade, I can't even catch up to him because he's running away.
yeah, it could be. So now let's see how this develops. Lich TP, Puck TP is tier 2, Lich TP is tier 2. Here he initiates with the BKB. Okay, see other thing, like Ricky drops the smoke cloud on top of him. He can't even duel him because even with the blink, because there's a Ricky silence. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like there's so many things that can screw you up. Like all these, the air spirit kick, AoE stun, AoE silence, AoE stun hammer, AoE silence cloud. And you don't have BKB, like any of these can hit you, not even intentionally, and like even
Yeah.
with a blink and not shadow blade, not even intentionally, and if that happens, it's just disaster because again you're not, and that's what I mentioned earlier, like you're gonna lose the fight, you're gonna die, no one's split pushing, and then you're gonna lose towers afterwards. And you know there's like a lot of other ways it could go. Like it could happen that Slaughter just gets a really nice jump and amps the SF and OD hits him twice, ults, SF is dead without popping BKB. You know, that might happen, but then it's gonna happen if even without you being there. Like it's just so
Yeah.
chance based. And also like all of this, the fact we're even discussing this is because they messed up their initial jump so badly, like they missed the next stun and they
Okay,
missed
but okay, so when's the time when I should be fighting?
when
Like
you
could be-
force it.
when I as in I could be a different hero.
No, fights are good when you're forcing them when they're on the enemy side, because then, like, if you win that fight, you get something out of it, and if you lose the fight, it's not that bad because you know they need to fix their lanes first, and by the time they reach anything, you're gonna be respawning.
Okay,
But
but
when
if
you're
it's
TPing-
late game,
when you're
then
TPing
if it's
back
late
to-
game, I have to go up, right? I mean,
It's-
unless I get a wreck.
Every time you're tipping back to fight, like just before the fight, you even get to the fight, you're already sacrificing something. You're sacrificing your aggressive position where you can apply pressure to towers and stuff. You're already sacrificing that for a fight that may or may not go well. And then
Yeah.
if you win, so again, like just ask yourself like best and worst case scenario. So what's the best case scenario if you win this fight? You kill everyone,
Nothing.
your whole team
And then we go-
survives, and then
And we go back to
pushing
back to heal, or we go back to pushing lanes.
Yeah. So what's really the great about that? Nothing. And because by the time you reach any of these towers, they respawn. And now what the worst case scenario is you all die, they all live, they get like 2 towers, maybe even 3 or who knows, like they get a lot of map control. And now with you staying here, hitting this tower, again, worst case scenario, your whole team dies, but you manage to trade a tower in the meantime, and they can't really keep going much longer because they have to eventually defend against you. And best case scenario, your team wins the fight without you, and then you can actually get even more done, and you get so much map control, and yeah. So
Right.
here, that's why, like, now, like, you should understand why, like I told you to not TP here.
Yeah.
So what happens is, yeah, it's the worst, like you don't TP, and the worst case scenario, team doesn't kill anyone, and they all just die. But how good is it really for the enemy team? Like they get 3 kills, okay, nice gold swing, but they don't even get to tier 1. Okay, they get 4 kills. But they almost lose their tier 2 in the process. Okay, now they go back for the tier 1. gets glyphed. They're all low. And you're hiding here. So, and they know you're missing, so now they're all kind of scared. Okay, they finish the tower. Again, like already there's some trade, you know, this from full to this much HP on this tower, like that's a trade. Whereas otherwise there will be no trade. Like that could be the other scenario, right? Like imagine you TP'd, and by the time you finish the TP, everyone is already dead, so you're like, oh, I can't go in. And then what do you do here? You're just stuck. You're just watching them take your tower.
Yeah. Okay.
So now, why like this pickup work? Because first you saw the SFTP, right? Let's see. When was that? Oh, he TP'd in mid actually, or what?
No, I think maybe
way earlier.
because when I was hitting the tower and he TP'd at the tower.
Yeah, he TP'd in vision. So okay, SFTP. You back off. He realizes, oh, it's Shadow Blade LC, I'm kind of scared. So he goes all the way back. Even like walks through his base, just to be safe. Front mid, here you wait. They finish the tower. Again, there's no better spot for you to be to force them back than where you are right now. And here you walk straight into him. Like, to be honest, I didn't expect him like that he was going jungle camps. I would have thought he just pushes the lane and then goes there.
Yeah.
But then you kill him. Escape. Ricky didn't have TP, Nyx didn't have TP. Ursa had TP and backpack, so no one could really save him. Okay, now you see the Earth Spirit here. Alright, this was the next. So this was a good play, and now we were in a good position, right? Because bottom was free to be pushed out by Lich. Okay, didn't really do it much. Also, Slaughter farming woods. So team not really doing, like everyone just farming woods. Also, like Puck farming woods so much kind of really messes with you because he's the best hero to push lanes all the time.
Yeah.
But whatever, like we're not talking about what the team is doing. So you saw them trying to kill, like the Nyx and the Earth Spirit trying to kill Puck, and this is where you went for the pickup. And this was again the, because you were still in an okay spot, like you just needed some clarities to get your mana up. You were gonna get BKB fairly soon, but running in here, like again, your idea was Slaughter is coming, but it's under the shrine next to the tower, common ward spot, common sentry spot. It's on a support Nyx, who, you know, is, even if it goes great, like not the most valuable kill. It's just the Ursa was nearby. Like there's so many things.
So what should I have done instead? Just kept farming?
Let's see. So the moment you see them there, both heroes, you can immediately go for this wave, which you do. Push the wave, nice. Now you still want to just go back. You can go in this, and now you can, like you can go here, just farm camps. You can run mid maybe to be ready to push mid. You can like stay here on the lane to scout, but that's kind of risky because they might have sentries. Like even like running here and finding him is not the worst thing ever, but like actually trying to kill the kill like that's the issue, because there's no way it goes well. Like you could just force Staff out immediately and then in the direction of Slaughter, he could help you, OD is coming.
Yeah, it would have been better if I just went for Ursa too.
And then you die.
A soldier's fortune.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures.
And sweet.
Okay, this is the next one where we just took a fight where, like, if you look at how this fight starts, there's just no, like, again, there's no big reason for the fight. You don't even have a wave to push with after, and the chance of the fight going well is like so low. They have BKB and then you don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, this should also
So-
kind of show you why LC is like not. I don't see it as a. I mean, I like the hero as well. I really like what you can do and stuff, but it's not particularly strong. Like, because the hero has so many issues, like, and needs so many items. Like the fact that, okay, duel, you know, makes you good at like securing kills and stuff, but it's not that amazing. Like, it's melee range, so you need an item to secure the duel. You need the blade mail, you need a BKB, you need Lincoln's Breaker, you need like a million things. Whereas SF just goes use BKB, better at pushing waves, more mobile, better at fighting, generally deals more damage. He can also get solo kills with use Breaker and stuff. And that's why like a hero like SF is so strong right now.
Okay.
And he like is a strong laner as well. Like, let's say if you
And
want,
he's flexible. Like he can do a lot of different jobs.
yeah, right. The other thing is like, again, I'm not saying it's you necessarily should have done that, but like when you're playing some kind of pick-off hero, and they have, or when you're playing this town in general and they have so many invis heroes, you kind of want sentries, and like it hurts on almost any hero. Like some heroes can get away with it. Like Pugnar may be a pretty good example. Like with Pugnar's use, you could easily afford, like not money-wise, but also slot-wise, you can easily afford to have sentries. And spam them everywhere you go, and then you're never gonna die to these heroes. You can even kill them. But a hero like LC, just if you have sentries, like you're gonna have so many slot issues.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the first time that you pushed and then you ran straight back. If you look at their perspective, they're just all top. So, but yeah, so see this guy TP's here. And then he's gonna run here to catch you. It was a bit late, but yeah. And then the second time you did that... Okay, okay, it actually happened 3 times, I guess. Alright. So second time you do that... They use Glyph. Again, they know exactly where you are. They just don't have detection. On neither Nyx, neither SF, no one has detection. But they know where you are, and then I think the third time is when they finally catch you. Still ball. Yeah, so see, this is like, you know, 2 people die mid. It's actually pretty good because they take the tier 2 mid. They're 5 heroes. They're ready to go high one, but they just lost the tier 2 top. Top is being pushed, and they lost tier 2 bottom, and bottom's being pushed. So you trade 2 for 1 towers, even though you lost heroes, and they can't really go high ground now because they need to def. And they're all running back. But oh yeah, also sending the courier like this, just suicide. But again, Ricky know that. Okay, Ricky has dust, but yeah, just running back in a straight line. Shadow Blade gone. If you look at how they walked until they saw you, if you hide in these trees, like they would probably not catch you.
They might not find me here.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, the rest of the game, I don't think was that much to say.
Yeah.
We kind of covered the most important points. But, yeah, I mean, it's also just an example why Legion is not really the... It's hard to do this stuff with Legion, and it's also just why the hero is not super great right now.
Okay.
Alright, I think we can call for today, right?
Yeah.
No, actually 2.5 hours. Nice.
Interesting. I think I need a bit more. I need to think about it. Like I try all these things a bit more and see how it affects like how enemies move and what opportunities become available to me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, what you could also do is like try to reverse. Like, I play some Legion game, and you take the coach slot, and we see like kind of those movements, or at least like
Yeah.
how I'm thinking.
Yeah, that could work.
That could be interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, and you also see like there's gonna be a lot of moments where I tell you like, okay, I would like to do this, but I can't really because the hero is just not very good for it. But yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, I would also like, for example, the reason I was experimenting with Battle Fury, let's say, basically the reason you end up Soul Star of this LC is that Blade Mail is the item you're counting on to win duel, but then that item doesn't give you any other benefit. So item like Battle Fury gives you a bit more damage, but so that's you count on damage to win the duel at like higher level, higher farm. But it also gives you wave clear. So then all these creations clearing waves, it's a lot faster. Whereas you see in these games when you clear waves, it's like you have to nuke every time and you spend a lot of mana, you don't have mana regen, this and that.
Mm.
Maybe, you know, Maelstrom can do the same thing, Mjolnir, in the games where that's good. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Well, Maelstrom's pretty cheap
There's
as an item.
yeah, but then it doesn't give you the regen, right? And I don't. There's no clear. That's the thing. Like, you can't say that this is like a particularly strong hero plus playstyle combination because, like, it kind of counts on a lot of things going right, and you know, in order to win games to be effective, and when all those things do go right, there's generally like a different hero that could probably do the same job but better.
But no one can. Okay, SF can solo kill.
There's a lot of heroes that can solo, like Fat Quap can solo kill, TA can solo kill, Pugna. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of solo kills with Pugna.
Yeah, but it's different kind of like
Storm
against.
Lina.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Storm. Yeah, Storm's pretty nice. If Storm gets, yeah, Storm's pretty nice. It's just you can't like SF is. I mean, Legion's like, oh, I want to solo kill you. I can just solo kill you. It's like a lot like this. I think it's probably the highest solo kill potential hero in the game, right?
I don't know. I disagree because you're counting on all these items, and I don't know. I find myself getting solo kills a lot easier with, let's say, Lina, because again, Lina with Shadowblade. Like, first of all, you're ranged. Stun initiation is not blocked by Lincolns. Damage output is similar, but you don't need a blade mail for it. The being ranged part also means you can actually like kill people under towers. You have more.
Mm-hmm.
You're faster. You don't commit as much, which means after getting a kill, the chance of you dying it's insanely high on LC. Like, you can't argue that compared to any of these other solo kill heroes. It's much more common to have high death count on LC than any of these others. Like, if you play a really good game of like with Quop, like for example, it's pretty easy to have 0 deaths or very few deaths. Same with Lina. If you play a really good game of Lina, same with TA. Whereas with Legion, having 0 deaths with Legion means it was an absolute stomp, right? And you could have won with any other hero. Because every time you go for a dual kill, like, it takes a while, like 3+ seconds, which is how long a TP takes, and it's melee, and you don't have any escape after. Like,
yeah. Maybe we should talk about Lina next time if you think she's strong.
If you want to do a different hero, sure.
No. Like, because you're saying Legion's not very strong. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't play Legion, but if I can play, what we're really discussing is like the similar playstyle, right?
Yeah. No, but okay. Maybe the biggest thing that didn't say about Lina and all the others, like, again, the ability to push waves quickly and from a distance
Yeah.
without committing much, because that's how you enable those solo kills, like controlling the map. Like, I don't know. Look at my
Yeah,
Legion
I see what you
games.
mean, and I don't even have to show myself on the lane and I can push it. Whereas Legion, I show myself on the lane and then they know I'm there, so they're not going to send just one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Is assured.
Holy shit! I actually have such bad stats of Legion. I don't even know.
Too much jungle Legion.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
definitely interesting. I'm gonna try some Legion games probably just to, or at least one, just to have a feel for it.
I mean, a Legion guide is pretty good too because
Maybe I'll see some stuff.
it's a popular hero.
It's
for
popular
people to
hero,
play.
yeah. But still, like, you need to actually, like, it needs to actually be good and reliable. And because my opinion is leaning towards what I told you, right? That, like, right now, there's no, I don't see something that Legion does better than anyone else, or like there's no situation where I'm like, okay, Legion is the hero to win this game. Or no, there are, but then it's for completely different reasons. It's for the strong dispel, let's say.
Yeah.
I think that's one of Legion's biggest strengths, because, you know, combined with any classic carry that has like a BKB and stuff, suddenly they can always save their BKB. If they go on them, they just mash the button, you purge it, they pop BKB with crazy attack speed and kill everyone. I think that's one of Legion's biggest strengths.
Yeah, and you can take a hero out of the fight for them.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, cool. It's 2:30 a.m. now. I gotta go.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. And
Yeah.
message again for next time. All right. See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for watching, guys. Gonna take a break. I'll go outside or something, eat, and I'll stream again later. Some actual gameplay. Yes, thanks for watching and see ya.